Hey there, old guy back again. Hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for tuning in. In today's vid, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a little demo and review of my Player Series Fender Telecaster in Tidepool with maple fingerboard. And what I'm going to do is go through all the pickup positions. I'm going to do that in clean mode on my amp with reverb, and I'm also going to run it through the Suhr Eclipse overdrive distortion pedal on its Blue Channel, and I'll put a little picture of the settings for that so you can see what I used. And then we'll talk a little bit about the guitar itself. One thing I also wanted to mention was that opening jam I did, which I really enjoyed and hope you did too, was not my chord progression. I got that chord progression from a Brett Papa video on YouTube, and when I put that into a backing track, I'll put a link to that YouTube segment that he did. It's an awesome backing track, so eventually hopefully you'll enjoy that as well. Let me get to my amp and I'll be right back. tried a bunch of Telecasters before I eventually brought this one home, from various companies, various price ranges, and I picked this one for a few reasons. The first reason, which to me is the most important, is how it felt to me. This neck feels like it was made for me, which is amazing. It's actually the most comfortable neck on a guitar I've played since buying my American Standard Strat, which is my #1 way back almost 20 years ago. It just fits my hand incredibly well, and it just feels like this body was weighted for me. It fits my body very well. It's comfortable to hold, and is really enjoyable to play. Once I kind of got past that, I started looking at the guitars a little bit more carefully as far as fit and finish. You know, how the neck fits in the neck slot, how the frets were dressed, making sure that there aren't any sharp edges along the neck, and how the nut was cut, not too high, not too low, no buzzing at the nut or buzzing at the frets. And I'll tell you what kind of really shocked me a lot was that the more expensive guitar, sometimes 3 times more expensive as this one, had all kinds of cosmetic flaws. The frets really weren't cared for very well. Sharp edges all over the fingerboard. Nut was either too high, causing high action, or too low, causing a really severe fret buzz. Or even the nuts weren't cut very well side to side, so the strings themselves were wobbling in there, all the way up to like $2,000 guitars, and I think that's just kind of absurd. So this guitar really fit me well. It checked off all the boxes. The couple of things that I'm not crazy about are the 2 pickups. I find that the neck pickup is really dark for me, and the bridge pickup kind of quacks a little too much. It's not that they sound bad. I think they're perfectly good pickups. They just weren't what I heard, what I wanted to hear, that Telecaster twang I was kind of looking for. And that's something easily remedied, especially with what I paid for the guitar. I knew it was going to end up being a project guitar of sorts, so I'm sure I'm going to start switching things around, changing pickups and some of the cosmetic things as well. So other than that, the other thing I definitely wanted to mention, and something that you should definitely look into if you're considering this guitar, is the bridge, and I'm going to show you what the bridge should look like. If you can see, they're these they're the square metal block bridge saddles. The first run of these guitars had bent steel saddles. Some of the guitars, the bridge and those saddles weren't positioned correctly. Actually, this is my second Player Series Telecaster. The first one I had to return back to Fender because they had the faulty saddles and the faulty bridge position. What I'm going to do is I'll put a link to a blog that I wrote about this in the description below, so you can see, so you can read it for yourself without having to go into it on the video. All in all, again, I wouldn't have bought the guitar if I didn't like it. I think it's a great value. I think it's a great guitar. If you're looking for a Telecaster type guitar, I would highly recommend that you at least give these a try. Go out and try and play them, listen to them, put them in your hands, and compare them to the other things you're looking at seriously. In any case, really enjoyed the video, really enjoyed doing the video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Thanks for joining me, and if you like the video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up like. If you like what the channel has to offer, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. That'd be awesome. In any case, see you next time.